certainly unique, and I'm really happy for Matt and Jen. I know Jory will probably tell you the same thing. It is so fun to be competing, and we really stress it to our guys to not take it for granted. I know the question just got asked about it. Um, we've been fortunate to play all of our league games, but you look around last week, there was 5 teams in the league that weren't playing. And you quickly understand you're at the mercy of some other programs too, and not to no fault of their own or anything like that. It's just the way it is. And so for us to be playing and competing, it's fun. I wish Matt and Jen and Jory continued success. We're pleased with where we're at. I think we're in a good place. But I've also stressed it loud and clear to our guys and to the media at different times. By no means at all does good never enter into our vocabulary as far as where we want to be. We're striving for greatness in everything we do. I think we're getting closer to that every day. Disappointing results the other day. It's a result that I wear, but it's a learning experiences for our guys, and I know you can see them back at practice yesterday, ready to go and excited to compete again. Denver's a team that, especially for us, don't judge a book by its cover. They've always challenged us in a lot of ways. You go back to last year, we're a 1 seed, they're the 8 seed, and they had us. They had us on the ropes. We were fortunate to make some winning plays down the stretch, and obviously the rest became history. But that was a game. I'm a huge fan of Rodney Billups and just the person that he is and the talent that he has in the program. But all that being said, I know we'll be excited just as another growing and learning opportunity for us.
What stands out to you right now most about your team, kind of that defining characteristic that, and maybe we don't even get to see, that really stands out in the locker room on that practice court?
Yeah, you're right, Beth. You don't get to see it. And you talk about love. You talk about unity. This group is – I love all of our guys. I love all of the past teams that we've had. And I need to be careful and choose my words wisely here. But this group, this is as good a culture as we've had, and we've had some really good cultures. I cannot say enough about Rocky Cruiser, Sam Griesel, and Tyree Eady, just the leadership they've provided. Sam and Tyree, and by example in so many ways. And Rocky, he's playing exceptional right now. It's not half of what he's doing for our team. His voice, his energy. There's so much talk about Grant Nelson. Well, Grant wouldn't be even half as close to where he is without Rocky Cruiser. I just told Grant early on, I said, you listen to every single word that young man says. And he has. And you're starting to see it pay off. And this group from top to bottom, we talk about 1 to 13, 13 to 1. It's fun to be around them. Jory, just like, I challenge, use my voice, say some crazy things once in a while. But I'm having a blast being around these guys, and it's because they love each other, and it's easy to coach them.
You touched on it a little bit there with Grant, but how truly valuable is it to have that? It's something I know you've always worked to. You always talk on signing day about the character of these guys that you're bringing in here. To see that continue to come to fruition and build each year, how valuable really is that for this program and the continued success you expect from them?
Yeah, it really hit me a couple weeks ago, Beth, where we send out monthly newsletters, and usually it's a newsletter that Wes and Spencer put together, and it's a quick hi, hello, hope you and your family are doing well. And I just thought I owed it to the guys. I owed it to our program to add a little bit more. And they achieved a 3.46 GPA in the classroom, the highest in NDSU men's basketball history. Our cumulative GPA as a men's basketball program is just a little bit south of a 3.3. What they're doing with our Walk With Us shirts and campaign and using their voices and platforms, and the success on the court. You look at what we've been able to do against our peer institutions in a lot of ways, against some high major programs compete. We stress it. Just hung up with one of our recruits and got on him a little bit about where he was academically, because that's just who we are. And how you do anything in life is how you do everything. And fortunately for me, for our staff, we have guys like Bowden Skunberg and Desmond McKinney and Grant Nelson, Grayson Heyman that are willing listeners, and they have a great sounding board to listen to in that leadership that I spoke of earlier.
Dave, a couple thoughts on the Summit League tournament moving to now a place and no fans. You know fair enough of what that event is like with South Dakota State fans and what you envision this is going to be like in March.
Yeah, if the pay grade above us and medical experts say that's the right thing, then we fully support that. Are we disappointed that we can't have fans and that be around that wonderful atmosphere that's come to be at the Premier Center and what the people in Sioux Falls do? Yeah, certainly. But we're going to go make the most of it. There's still going to be a winner and there's still going to be a loser. We've talked about it to our guys even when we were in Macomb. There's just a different feel about it. But as you're watching, those two national semifinal football games, would you rather be Clemson or Alabama? Would you rather be Ohio State or Notre Dame? And there's still at the very end, there's winners and losers. And so whatever venue it is, whether it's a practice today, whether it's the Pentagon there, we're going to be competing. And it's always about competing for championships. And if that's the environment, if those are the situations and circumstances surrounding it, we'll be excited to compete.
After a win streak, what do you take away going forward with that?
I heard this one the other day, Nick, is, winning and losing really the next day, it shouldn't be the same it should be the same from my perspective and internally our program, how we handle it. It's just the outside noise, and how they perceive things. And we're going to go about our business the same way. I was very pleased with Friday. I thought our guys put themselves in pretty good position on Saturday. We didn't get over the hump, and credit North Dakota. It is what it is now. It's a learning experience for all of us, but we did Monday what we did last Monday. We did yesterday what we did last Tuesday, and we need to keep moving forward and be ready for the next one.
How much does it help the younger guys to have former players that become either grad assistants or assistant coaches like Scheels Center? How is he kind of meshing with some of the young guys?
Yeah, besides his wardrobe, he's doing a really good job. Jared's the best, as tough a young man that has ever been around. And you think about it for Jarius Cook, who, we thinking Jarius Cook is only a redshirt sophomore. And so he's played with Jared. And now to have him a voice on the other side, Bowden Scumberg, I think he's been terrific for that. And because of him being in that fifth year still, he can wear a lot of hats for us and do a lot of things that really helps from a coaching perspective, from a player perspective. Just been a blast having him around. It's funny. It's unique. It's trying to, game night before games. Where's he going to sit? Should he sit with us? Should he sit with Rocky and Tyree? Those guys that he's used to sitting to. But it's a luxury. And we speak of program. We speak of culture. It's pretty cool for me to see right now where you got a guy like Jared that's played for us doing that. You got a guy like Dexter that's helping out and probably carrying Jeff in a lot of ways. And then Freddie's carrying Brian. We know that too. So you're seeing guys in our program, around, and I love that stuff. That's family, on the court, off the court, in the locker room, and in a lot of different ways in the community as well.